Hey GAWDA members, welcome to another episode of GAWDA TV. Summer's in full bloom here at GAWDA as the regional meeting season continues to roll on. The Seven Springs regional meeting took place from June 4th to the 5th in Seven Springs, Pennsylvania. Thank you to the more than 250 GAWDA members who continue to make this one of the most anticipated events on the GAWDA schedule each year. To see a full recap and photo gallery from the event, click the link in the description below. The fun continues full steam ahead with the Northwest Regional Meeting in Cle Elum, Washington from July 13th to the 15th, the Central Regional Meeting from July 28th to the 29th at historic Notre Dame University, and the Northeast Regional Meeting from August 11th through the 13th at Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut. Registration for all three of the remaining regionals is open now. We can't wait to see you at one of these events this summer. Joining us first today to talk about one of GAWDA's newly revamped programs are GAWDA Vice President of Operations and Administration Natasha Alexis and GAWDA's Member Education and Committee Coordinator Holly Pappaconstantine. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us today.
Steve, it's great to be here along with Holly, the newest GAWDA headquarter team member. Holly has been knee-deep in managing GAWDA University over the last couple of months. We launched the new and improved GAWDA University back in March. This is an additional tool for member toolkits. We're hoping it provides the knowledge for our member company teams to grow and succeed. Now, a little bit about GAWDA University. It has a range of training courses in topics such as gas safety, driver and forklift training, protective equipment, and many, many more. A bonus feature to taking courses on GAWDA University is we provide certificates of completion for courses completed. Now, this just further emphasizes to your customers that your employees have the knowledge to keep your business running safely, right? So a nice feature for members. Now, Holly has been very helpful in speaking to members, taking the time to connect on Teams, to walk them through the system, helping their managers set up their profiles and assign training, and answering a lot of questions. Holly, would you please share with members the top question that you have been hearing?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for the introduction. Hello, GAWDA members. And I've met with several GAWDA members, and they've had some great questions about GAWDA University.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the number one question is definitely, is GAWDA University included in my membership? And if you are a distributor or a supplier, the answer is yes, it is included in your membership.
Yes, great question. And we just want to emphasize that today for those of you who are not familiar with GAWDA membership or GAWDA University, that this is a benefit that's included at no additional cost to all distributor and supplier members. So we want you all to take advantage of it. Now, there are many courses on the platform, Holly, and we've even recently added e-learning courses from CGA, also known as the Compressed Gas Association. Now, share with us, Holly, how many courses we have on the CGA side and GAWDA University.
Okay, so we have a total of 42 courses currently on GAWDA U platform. 32 of those courses are GAWDA U. And then we have the 10 CGA e-learning modules.
So even more convenient for members, right?
Absolutely.
Because these CGA courses were housed previously on CGA's learning management system, which means you had to connect to GAWDA University separately and then go on CGA. Now it's all under one convenient umbrella.
Under one, and every member is appreciating that.
Awesome stuff. Now, this is a part that we're very excited about, the usage of the system over the past 3 months. And we have a great number of certificates also that we have issued share with our members how many users we've had in the past 90 days.
Okay, so since the new GAWDA University platform launched, we have 190 active members.
Wow, amazing. And how many certificates have we issued?
We have issued an astounding over 3,000 certificates of completion.
So members are using this benefit. Over
Yes.
3,000 completions in 90 days. That's amazing. It just speaks to the value this is providing. Very excited. Now, maybe it'll help our members, Holly, to share the top 5 courses, the popular topics for members.
I got you. Okay. I'm going to start from number 5.
Yes.
The 5th most popular course active members have been taking is back safety. Number 4, confined space awareness. Number 3, nitrous oxide facts and guidelines. Number 2, safe handling of acetylene cylinders. And the number 1 top course that members have been taking, oxygen safe handling and storage.
Wow. Very exciting. Now, our goal is to keep relevant content on the system. We understand that the regulations and safety standards are changing frequently. So we recently, within the past 90 days, have just did an update with the CGMP courses, right, Holly? How many courses are those?
Okay, so we have recently, in June of 2025, brought a 6-part course update for new medical gas regulations.
Awesome. So lots of exciting developments. We are grateful to have been working with the GAWDA Safety Committee and our MVPs, the GAWDA consultants. Thank you for providing your expertise and helping us provide the updated CGMP courses for members. Again, these are the experts in the industry, and they're helping us to keep the content relevant for you. And we are meeting with the GAWDA Safety Committee monthly to ensure we're staying on top of what's relevant in the industry and to keep the courses up to date for all of you. So Steve, this essentially wraps up GAWDA University. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to address members and to introduce Holly, our new team member. If any of you have questions or have not yet taken advantage of this program, reach out to Holly or any of us on the GAWDA headquarters team. See you soon throughout the summer and regional meetings, and of course at our upcoming annual conference in Tampa, Florida. Thank you, everyone.
Natasha, Holly, thank you so much for telling us more about GAWDA U. For more information about GAWDA U, contact Holly today using the email below or click the link in the description below. We've got a great show lined up for you today, and it all comes after a word from today's presenting sponsor, Weldcoa. Joining us next on the show today is American Welding and Gas Vice President of Business Development, Michael Crambes. Michael, we appreciate you being with us today. AWG is one of the largest American independent distributors. As we prepare to celebrate Independence Day this weekend, can you tell us more about how AWG has grown, especially in the past 5 to 10 years?
Sure. We have really grown tremendously. We started out 10 years ago. Well, we started out quite a few years ago, 75-year anniversary this year for us. But 10 years ago, we had 70 branches and 12 fill plants or production facilities and 510 employees. And today, we are at this at the level where we have 110 locations, we have 22 plants, and we have a little over 860 employees. And we've expanded our offering, specialty gas offerings. We have two major specialty gas plants in the country, and we also have an automation department, and we work very hard with solution selling approaches to our customers.
As you know, GAWDA's theme for this year is sustaining a resilient culture. With all of the robust growth that you've mentioned, how has AWG managed to sustain the culture that you've built over 75 years, even with the infusion of these new companies' employees that you've brought into the fold?
Well, I think it's critical for us to be able to grow this quickly, to include the employees as we acquire the businesses. It's kind of mission critical for us, and we want to embrace them into our organization, share with them the culture that we have. We're very people focused. We try to promote from within our company and grow and develop our people to create those opportunities. And again, wherever possible, we want to include them in the growth and success, not only just joining the company and retaining the customers that we have, but also growing in the future.
With this coming out just before Independence Day, I want to keep things patriotic. Do you partner with any suppliers who are made in the USA, and would you say that designation resonates with your customers?
Well, we do. We're fortunate enough, we're primarily a gas-based supply source. So all of our atmospheric gases, we're very fortunate in the United States to have a great infrastructure of air separation units throughout the country. And there's a large number of companies that we draw or source those gases from. They don't necessarily promote made in the USA, but clearly they are. And they have a great established logistics system, and we partner with those gas manufacturers. So a core of our product is made in the USA. On the hard goods supply side, we enjoy some great partnerships with U.S. companies. Most of them are more international now. So even though we may have to require the products that they make here in the United States for contracts, we understand that there's an awful lot to do to our infrastructure before we can say we've got it all right here. And so for us, it's mission critical to pay attention to what the customer's requirements are, and then go forward to meet those needs the best that we can.
Shifting gears for a second, Michael, AWG has played an integral role in the growth of the WGW committee here within GAWDA. From seeding the initial scholarships for the WGW grants to your recent educational luncheon at the SMC. Can you discuss AWG's work with the WGW and why it has historically been so closely tied to that committee?
Well, it's kind of an interesting story. This occurred before I had the opportunity to join AWG. At the GAWDA event a couple years ago in Colorado Springs, Andy Reardon signed up for an elite cryogenic giveaway tank. Andy Reardon is in the Young Professionals group at GAWDA, so he signed up for the drawing. We won the tank, and Andy went back to the team and said, "Hey, we should probably do something in the spirit of GAWDA Gives Back." And so the management team got together and had some discussions, and we felt that this was an under-supported group in the women in gas and welding. And so we seeded that with the money that we would have spent to buy the tank from Elite Cryogenics. So it's kind of a full circle opportunity, and we've really enjoyed supporting that. We believe that there's lots of opportunity to improve in the diversity of our workforce, and the opportunity I had to speak was really to share some of the stories and some of the successes I had in coaching and mentoring women in what has commonly been a pretty male-dominated industry, and giving them the opportunity. They still had to have the skills, but giving them the opportunity to get out in front of our organizations wherever I was and to grow. And we really believe in that.
We just talked about Made in the USA. That's a very hot topic in the industry right now, given everything that's going on in the world today. As an industry expert, do you expect the industry to continue heading that direction in the coming years with regards to onshoring or reshoring? And are there any other trends in the industry that you expect to emerge?
Well, we're very fortunate for the AWG team. We have an outstanding procurement team. They're very in touch with what's happening out there. And I would say to all distributors, as much effort as you can allow your procurement team to stay on top of this tariff situation, which we all know is very volatile right now. It's mission critical. We also really appreciate the intent of, Made in America and bringing manufacturing back, but we know it's going to take some time. This isn't going to happen anytime real soon. So for the next few years, I think we'll just continue to be faced with the tariff situation, import challenges, and the mission critical message is you got to stay on top of it.
Michael, this has been great. Before we go, is there anything else that you want to share with the membership today?
Well, we're really excited to continue with our growth. We have a very strong strategy to continue to grow, and rather it be through acquisitions or maybe greenfield starts, we look forward to sharing our services with more customers all around the country.
Michael, thank you so much for being with us today and sharing your insights. We really appreciate it. During this year's Spring Management Conference in Dallas, we had the opportunity to speak with CK Supply CEO and GAWDA board member Brad Dunn about his recent promotion to CEO, as well as the other exciting things that the company has going on. Brad, on that topic, you've had a really, really exciting year at CK. We had a leadership transition. We've had new ground being covered. Can you talk about the transition process and you becoming CEO?
Yeah, sure. Exciting times at CK. While it looks like a lot going on, it's been a lot of strategic succession planning, really over about a 7-year period. So starting with Ned Lane, he's our prior president and CEO and has been in the role for over 30 years. So tremendous leader for our company, trusted family advisor, and has been transformational for our business. And as my father retired, Ned has really taken over a dual role, and he announced his retirement at the end of this year, so we went on a nationwide search in order to find a replacement. And in March of this year, we announced that Tony Ruppel has joined our company as president, and then Ned transitioned to chairman, and myself as CEO. And we've seen the model work of a non-family leader in a president role, and we're excited about what Tony can bring. And now we've got 8 months or so to transfer all of Ned's knowledge and carry on the journey.
Well, it's a perfect time to be having this discussion. We're at the SMC, and the theme is sustaining a resilient culture. So obviously you've built up an incredible culture at CK. But Ned's been there for a long time, and he's got a lot of knowledge, as you just mentioned. So can you talk to me about the importance of that long-run succession plan and how, you feel like when he leaves, you're still going to be in a good position to retain all that institutional knowledge?
Yeah, easier said than done. We do rely on outside advisors to help us through that process. But we've seen it in action, and Ned has helped our business in so many ways that it's mutual respect and understanding that his knowledge and leadership, if kept to himself, is a dangerous position to be in for a company. So he's been spending really the last 2 years with the guidance of our board of directors transitioning that knowledge. Very thoughtful, strategic, and methodical in the way that we've transferred responsibilities. So, a family business is, and in our case now, an employee-owned business. Succession transfers is one of the most fragile times. So we knew it was important to do it right, and then assembled a good team around it, and so far so good.
So you brought up the employee-owned business. I was going to ask about that. How much does the fact that you are an ESOP not maybe complicate, but how does it inform this process?
Yeah, so it's taken us to a next level. One of the many things Ned did was introduce open book management. So we share all of our financials. We share how much we sell, what our expenses are, and what comes to the bottom line. And then with informed employee owners, we're able to make better decisions, and everybody's on the same page. So that was in effect before we did an ESOP, and now it's just even more impactful as they have shares in the business that they all participate in, and we're all in it together. And it's really been one of many of our secret sauce as far as maintaining a great culture of ownership at CK.
Absolutely. So, as if you didn't have enough going on, you also recently broke ground on a new facility. Can you tell us about that and what it's going to mean for CK?
Yeah, so we are expanding into a new market we've been in for about 2 years in the welding and gas side, Kansas City, Missouri. We've identified a lot of talented individuals that we know can execute on our strategy, but as almost everything in this business, it takes capital and a lot of resources. So we were fortunate enough to acquire a business 2 years ago, and we've now expanded upon that and look to put a fill plant and a dries facility in under one roof at the end of this summer. So looking forward to an expansion in a new market for us.
Perfect. So other than, the fearless leadership of the new CEO, is there anything going on right now that you're particularly excited about?
There's always things to be excited about. I think if anybody was at the SMC and heard some of our speakers, lots to be concerned about, but I think the gratitude of what a great industry we have. I'm excited about some of our up-and-coming leaders, and amongst the transition and the work that we're doing with Ned, we've got a lot of just other exciting opportunities on our business with some emerging leaders. So plenty to do on the human capital side as well.
Sure. Yeah. Well, Brad, we're really excited about to see what comes next, and we thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Brad, thank you so much for being with us. To see all of the videos from the GAWDA SMC, click the link in the description below. And if you're interested in being interviewed during the GAWDA annual convention in Tampa, contact us today.
As a gas distributor or installer, safety is a top priority. Gas leaks can happen anytime, putting lives at risk without the right knowledge and equipment. CO2Meter's new, easy-to-follow gas safety training program is designed to keep you ahead of safety risks and regulations. Equip your team with the skills to excel and share critical safety knowledge with customers. Set the standard for safety. Get certified today at CO2Meter.com.
And finally, we're joined today by GAWDA Media's Vice President of Sales and my longtime colleague, Tim Hudson. Tim, we've been working on the 2025 GAWDA membership directory for several months now. Can you give members an update on where we stand with that project?
Yeah, so GAWDA members should be receiving their membership directories, I would say, early August. It is a 5-week turnaround from when we send it to the printer to get all the pages printed. We got lamination on the covers as well as the tabs this year will be laminated. And then the spiral bound is actually another vendor, takes another week. So the directories are a 5-week turnaround.
All throughout this year, we've been celebrating GAWDA's 80th anniversary. Can you tell us how we're commemorating that milestone inside this year's directory?
Yeah, so we made some updates to the membership directory to commemorate the 80th anniversary of GAWDA. A few of the things to highlight would be we brought back the past presidents' photos, which is a nice touch to recognize those people who served in years past leading up to this 80th anniversary. I think there's 78 past presidents. Abdi served 2 years, and everybody else took a 1 year term. We also have updated a lot of the contacts. There was a lot of movement in the industry this year, consolidation through acquisitions, people moving companies. So we did a great job getting updates from the members. We thank everybody for their replies, helping us put out good information to the other members as far as key contacts and branch info. We also added a few things, so a page for GAWDA Gives Back to recognize the amount of money that's been given to very special charities over the years from GAWDA members. It's all 100% donated from GAWDA members. They have the opportunity to donate throughout the year. Or there's people like Elite. I know that they've done some auction giveaways and donated the complete sale price to GAWDA Gives Back, which is a pretty big chunk. So I want to give a shout out to Gary and Doug for doing that every year. I know that's a big piece of the GAWDA Gives Back. And also we added GAWDA University. So there's going to be a more emphasis on GAWDA University with the hiring of Holly from GAWDA HQ. She's going to be spearheading GAWDA University. And basically what that is it's for members to not have to reinvent the wheel when they hire new people. So there's a bunch of classes listed. We have a whole page dedicated to it this year that members can take a look at the courses that are offered and see what's right for their new hires or for retraining of existing employees. Another thing that we added was the MBA graduates. We thought it was important to recognize those people who spent the time to learn and further their career, as well as do some networking with other GAWDA members through the GAWDA MBA program. We also highlighted the scholarship winners and a page dedicated to what the scholarship program is, who received the scholarships, and how you might get involved as a member. We also added the founded dates for distributors to kind of show how long some of these people have been at it. We got a lot of companies from across the country that are pretty old, and we want to make sure that people are aware of how long they've been around. And lastly, just want to say that we updated the logos for each of the companies to kind of reflect some of the acquisitions that have been happening. So some new things as well as some old things that we've always done, such as we list the 10 committees: government affairs, industry partnering, insurance and benefits, leadership development, member services, scholarship committee, safety committee, technology, women of gases and welding, and young professionals. We also show a photo gallery of all the regional meetings. So 6 regional meetings for GAWDA this year: 7 Springs, the Northwest, Central, Northeast, Southeast, Southwest. There's also pages dedicated to the board of directors. That's good to see who is involved with GAWDA and to provide any feedback about your GAWDA membership. Always good people to talk to on the board of directors.
You mentioned the committees and the board. Joining a GAWDA committee or the GAWDA board is a wonderful way to grow your network as well as to give back to the industry. If you're interested in joining the board or a committee or both, click the link in the description below. But for people who receive the directory every year and maybe don't use it to its full potential, can you tell us more about how members can best utilize the directory or make it more of a member resource?
Would say the listings obviously tell a good story, especially if you're a supplier trying to pursue some of these distributors, or if you're a distributor looking for strategic partnerships, acquisitions. One of the key sections of the directory would be the geography section. We break up by branch who is in which state. So I always like to mention the yellow section in the back it shows the geography of the GAWDA members. Red companies would be distributors and blue companies would be suppliers. There's also a part in the front of the book that breaks down the consultants' areas of expertise. So a lot of GAWDA members tell us that one of the main benefits that they take advantage of is the consultants. So say you have an issue that you're trying to work through and you're wondering which consultant of the four to call, we have a section specifically dedicated to consultants' areas of expertise, which would be a great way to take advantage of your GAWDA membership.
While we were going through and soliciting updates for this year's listings, members may have received emails or phone calls from members of our team who they don't typically get to meet at convention. Can you tell us more about what a team effort this was?
The GAWDA membership directory is a huge project for us. It takes a few months actually to get it all together, and I just wanted to give a shout out to some of the key players that contributed this year. Obviously, myself, Steve Guglielmo, Robin Barnes for laying it out, making it look good, and then a couple new people, Zach Watson, who has joined us recently, who contacted both distributors and suppliers this time around, as well as Jake Horodnik, who worked on the supplier side. And of course, Leslie Mitchell, she's got some suppliers that she works with as well. So it's a team effort and we spend a lot of time on it. We hope the members use it and enjoy the content that we put out in that book.
Well, Tim, you and I both know what a project this has been, so I appreciate you coming on and giving members a little peek behind the curtain.
Okay, and thank you to all the GAWDA members that supported us in this book through advertising.
GAWDA Media is the go-to resource for news and information about the gases and welding industry. Through our wide variety of publication platforms, GAWDA Media keeps our members up to date on all of the most breaking news, emerging trends, and member events in the industry. Want to get your company's message seen? We have a quarterly print publication, a twice-monthly newsletter, an online buyer's guide, and a twice-monthly news show. If it's happening in gases and welding, it's happening on GAWDA Media. Want to learn more? Contact your GAWDA Media representative today. Today's member news segment is brought to you by Anthony Welded Products. Check out Anthony's latest product offering, the 3-in-1 cart. Primary features of the 3-in-1 cart include its zinc-plated safety chain, fast action cylinder band, and load and roll front casters. The frame comes in small, medium, and large to fit your exact size cylinders. Anthony offers a variety of wheel sizes and styles to fit your specific need. Anthony Welded Products, often copied, never equaled. We start off today's member news segment with some sad news. GAWDA extends its condolences to the friends and family of Generance Dino D'Onofrio, who passed away on May 27th. Dino brought a passion, professionalism, and a deeply human touch to everything that he did. His decades of service left a lasting mark, not only on the company, but across the entire industry that he loved so much. He will be truly missed at all GAWDA's events and by all who knew him. In happier news, West Air announced that it had opened its new branch in Milpitas, California. Messer celebrated its grand opening in Coolbaugh, Pennsylvania. Datacore acquired quality control software provider Baytech International. Butler Gas announced Chelsea Smilek as its new Director of Customer Service. Chart Industries and Flowserve Corporation joined in a merger of equals. Airwater America promoted Lillian Burke to Director of Communications and Advertising. Technovalves completed its transition to its new brand, Gas Pros. And finally, Acme Cryogenics celebrated Brian Sanchi's 50-year industry legacy. Congratulations, Brian. To learn more about any of these member news items or to submit member news of your own, read the complete July 1st issue of the GAWDA Connection in your email inbox today or by clicking the link in the description below. And that's our show for this month. As a reminder, our third quarter issue of Welding and Gases Today will come out soon. The Q3 issue is the annual milestone issue, so if you're a GAWDA member who's celebrating a milestone anniversary in 2025, make sure to contact us today so that you can be recognized properly in the magazine. As we head into the 4th of July weekend, we wish everybody a fun and safe holiday spent with family and loved ones. We'll see you next month.